Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today, I will be welcoming back my good friend, Sharon Brande, and we are going to be talking about one of our favorite movies of all time, Night of the Comet. You may remember that movie. It starred Catherine Mary Stewart and Kelly Maroney, and I used to lip sync the theme song when the podcast first started, and I was on camera. The whole world is celebrating night. Yes, you remember that. And I'm going to have Sharon on the podcast today to talk about that movie and talk about other stuff that we can come up with. So, here is my new interview with Sharon Brande.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
I'm okay. Oh my God. I woke up. I tried to delete some fucking spam mail, and I ended up deleting my entire draft folder with all my important shit, but then I recovered it. Thank God.
Why do you have stuff sitting in your draft folder?
That's just where I put things, when I have to write something down on the computer, because I don't have Microsoft Word.
So why don't you just send it to yourself so it can't disappear and then it's in your sent file?
Oh, I do that too. Okay. That's
what I do. I don't trust draft stuff disappearing.
God, I've had a very interesting month, I'll tell you. I was in LA for a week. I got offered a movie while I was there.
Okay, so what's happening?
Well, I haven't read the script yet. I haven't auditioned or anything yet. I know the guy, and so I'm going to see where it goes from there. I was supposed to do the pilot for my horror movie show this past weekend. I got fucked pretty good by the producer.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, my quote-unquote producer / cameraman, quote-unquote friend and mentor in stand-up comedy. I'm just so pissed about that. I just don't know what got into him. It's just fucked up. And then
You do?
And then the next day, my mom gets injured at work, and now she has to go out on disability and get surgery in a couple of weeks.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Been an interesting month. How are you doing?
Okay. Not working at the moment, but interviewing and whatnot, so hopefully get a good job. I'm not going to just settle for just anything, so fingers crossed.
Not working can be bad, but can also be good.
Yeah. Well, my friend got married last month, and then, my mom was here, and then my best friend was here, and so I was, entertaining and I'm go the whole month anyway. So this month I've done a few little things, but I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't exhausted myself, I guess. I'm resting this month.
Yeah, that's good, though. So, do you remember the first time you ever saw Night of the Comet?
Yes.
Okay. You were how old?
It probably had just come out on HBO. So, I don't know. I don't remember how long things took to get from screen to HBO back then.
I can tell you.
The only option.
I can tell you the day it premiered. January 1st, 1986.
At the theater.
No, on HBO.
Oh, I saw it in January 1986. I was 9.
Yeah, I was 3. It played a lot during the summertime, I remember. And for some reason, it didn't last that long on HBO. And then I didn't see it for many years. All the video stores in my neighborhood growing up did not have the movie. And then when I was 20, I started going to Movie Groove in Redwood City, and they had it, but they had a $250 deposit on it in case it breaks because it was such a rare video.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really did just this year. It wasn't just like me. I did the same thing. Like everywhere I lived, I always looked for it and couldn't find it. Even Netflix didn't have it. Like I was.
Oh, they did by 2011 when I first got Netflix. They had it. I was so excited. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, it was probably around then whenever you saw it then.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my god, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, I was so excited when it got on Netflix. I was just like, fucking yeah, because I hadn't seen it in so long, and YouTube hadn't uploaded it yet. So.
Yeah, I had written down the name of the movie because at some point I had researched to figure out what the name of it was because it was gone for so long. I was just like, I want the two girls, and Comet kills off everybody except the bad guys. They go shopping, and everyone looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah.
That was probably in the 90s at some point. I figured out what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I have that piece of paper in my wallet forever.
The last 3 years that I've been getting to know Kelly and Kathy, it's just been surreal for me. Kathy's been on the podcast 4 times now, and Kelly, I interviewed her at a festival. We did a pretty funny little interview. She was a little drunk off wine that night.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I've just been so lucky with that, and I got that autograph for you for your wedding gift,
Seriously, amazing. It's hanging in my bedroom.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I was just so blessed to get that done, you were the first person I thought of that I needed to get an autograph for.
Aww. How many people do you know that have actually seen this movie, Minimum Nothing?
Just under 10 people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I found those people earlier.
Yeah, so I've been very lucky with that. But yeah, I mean, the movie, it's just, it was just one of those special surprises that just came out of nowhere in 1984, and it didn't do well because it came out against Terminator and a lot of movies that came out. It came out November 16th, 1984, and it was up against Terminator, Nightmare on Elm Street, Missing in Action, that Christy McNichol movie, Just the Way You Are, which is one of my favorite romantic comedies. And that movie just didn't do well, unfortunately. And Siskel and Ebert said it was a better movie than Terminator.
I would have to agree. I mean, Terminator just went for the whole blockbuster type look, though. You know what I mean? They were doing the explosions and all the stuff that guys wanted to see.
Well, the first one wasn't on that trajectory of becoming a blockbuster. It was just a cult movie, and then the sequel became the big blockbuster, and then the one after that was.
Really?
Yeah. It was just a little movie, the first one. It was made for $6 million, and James Cameron had only made one other movie. It was an exploitation movie, and it just became a phenomenon because of Arnold.
Well, yeah. Is that the beginning of his phenomenon, though?
In a way, yeah. I mean, he had done the Conan movies already, but they didn't have the impact that Terminator did.
Oh. What were they made?
But, yeah. But let's see. I interviewed one of the lab doctors in Night of the Comet. Peter Fox, who plays Dr. Wilson, one of the researchers. And
That's cool.
yeah, he had fun on that movie. One of the rare movies he didn't seem that bitter about.
Right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Because, yeah, it was a super fun movie. And it created my entire interest in, like, supernatural science stuff. Like, yeah, it started a trend with me.
Yeah, me too, along with Ghostbusters and Gremlins at that time.
Oh, well, yeah, I didn't see Gremlins for a while because I wasn't allowed.
Really?
I wasn't 13 yet.
Well,
Yeah, my Ghostbusters. Well, yeah. So that was Jason.
Yeah. I've interviewed a couple people from Ghostbusters, including the other day. This actress, she actually was cut out of the movie, but it's on the deleted scenes, and you can see it on YouTube also. This honeymoon couple is in the hotel that they catch Slimer at, and they actually witness Slimer first and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. And I had forgotten that she was even in that scene, and she brought it up, and I was like, thank God she brought it up. Because the picture of her I put on the thumbnail looked familiar, but it didn't specify on Yahoo Images what it was from, and it was from that. I was like, okay, God, thank God that just came together really well.
Right?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's so many great lines in this movie and so much great, little action. I mean, in the clothing store and stuff.
Yeah, that was by far my favorite part of a 9-year-old girl. I'm like, you got to go. Please.
Yeah, oh my God.
Like, them for only taking what they got.
They put, oh my God. So they did that scene in the Galleria in Sherman Oaks shopping mall. And that place, oh my God. So they turned that place into like Palo Alto Mall. It's like outdoors now. And they kept one little part of the mall open just for historical purposes. You can go in there and you can see the old movie theater in there that was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High and stuff, and the escalator and stuff. But it's just not the same anymore, that mall.
That's crazy. What do you think that on here they would want malls to be open because it's so hot? Usually it's raining right now, but everything should be closed and air conditioned.
I know. It's crazy. At least they got a Buffalo Wild Wings over there.
I've actually never been to a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, it is so good. When I was drinking, oh my God, they had a really good happy hour there. I used to get Jack and Cokes there and just get fucked up.
I did not even accept the fact that they would serve alcohol. But I guess it makes sense. People would want to drink beer with their and whatnot.
Well, it's a sports bar,
I had no idea. No.
Yeah. They had one in Daly City and one in San Jose.
Wasn't there one in Foster City, San Mateo, that by Crown?
Are you thinking of Scores?
No, Buffalo Wild Wings.
If they did, I don't remember.
Okay. I think that's where I would keep seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
In that shopping center. It's like, I think, technically San Mateo, but just like over the line from Foster City.
Yeah, Fashion Island back in the day.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, I was going there, early on. I mean, we had Fashion Island Mall, when I was a kid. We had a round table there. We had Orange Julius ice skating rink, everything at that mall.
Yeah, the ice skating rink is there. That used to be a mall?
Yep.
No.
They started building They started building Bridgepoint in 1995 after Fashion Island Mall closed down, and then it was all set by like '97, and then '99 I almost moved into Bridgepoint Apartments with my mom and my grandmother, but my grandmother got a sense of evil in that place, and so we were out after moving in one night.
Oh, jeez.
And we got our old apartment back. I can't believe it. We did.
Wow.
Yeah, that was like the last wave that you could get away with that.
Seriously. You can't do that anymore.
No.
Your apartment's gone before you move out.
This was literally 20 years ago. This was 1999.
Yeah. Oh, so that was like right in the height of things over there, huh?
Yeah.
That's why they had so much disposable money. They're like, let's just knock down a mall and build a new one. That's not a mall.
Yeah. And of course, Scores became BJ's Brew House over there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but the BJ's like about time. At least. Oh.
My now ex best friend, his mother was the head waitress at BJ's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But yeah. So like they shot like the first week at Night of the Comet in downtown LA. They blocked the whole street off of that side.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, and you know what? I used to think that was like a set, like Francis Ford Coppola's One from the Heart. Everything was a set, on a soundstage. But no, it was downtown LA, and they put that red lens on the camera and stuff. I couldn't believe it. Yeah,
I think that was like what they do, like just at sunset.
Yeah, make it look like it was red fog and stuff. And the first day of filming was Christmas Day.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Then why would you do that? I mean, I guess it's to stand at least people are on the street.
Yes. Yeah, that first week they were able to get away with it. And
can't do that anymore.
No. Well, the permits to film anything in LA are just really expensive now, and luckily there are some people who are not willing to be Jewish and put forth the money and stuff, but it's very rare now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine LA being like, okay, let's shut it down as much of a large area as they did for that ever again.
Yeah. The guy who plays DMK at the end of the movie, I found out he was in John Carpenter's Christine the year before.
No way.
Yeah.
We'll have to look into that.
Yeah, and then I don't know, he got out of acting completely after Night of the Comet or something.
Wow. He's like, life is too short.
I know, right? He's a good-looking guy. Or actually, I'm looking him up right now. His name is Mark Popple, and he actually did about 15 more films all the way until '97.
Oh, wow.
He was in For the Boys with Bette Midler and James Caan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, The Boost with James Woods. That's like the best movie ever made about cocaine. He was on The Facts of Life once. That was his first role. Ah, that's cool.
Oh, wow. Was he like a kid on Facts of Life? Or was he an adult?
He was a kid.
Makes sense.
That was his first role, yeah. And if you look at the movie posters in the movie theater at the beginning, those are all movies made from the same studio, Atlantic Releasing Corporation, and Valley Girl was one of them. Same crew and same producers.
Oh, kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and the funny thing is, they spent so much money on music in Valley Girl that every movie Atlantic Releasing Corporation made after that, they made sure they get local LA artists so they didn't have to pay them as much. Yeah. And you hear songs in Atlantic Releasing Corporation movies that sound pretty damn good, and you wonder whatever happened to these people. Especially in movies like Teen Wolf and stuff.
Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Oh, I'm trying to get an interview with Boof. That would be really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. What's your favorite line in Night of the Comet?
That's a really good question. I'm totally horrible with that stuff. I'm really horrible with that stuff. I don't remember things like that. My brain just doesn't work that way. I'm like, names of songs, lyrics, anything like that.
My favorite, the line that Kelly hates, the last guy on earth is either a gentleman or a fag. I mean, what are the odds in L.A.?
That's a good one.
Yeah, she hates that line.
I'm looking up to see if I can find quotes now. Hi. Yeah, you want to be on the phone call?
Huh?
My cat would like to
Oh, your cat?
yeah. Memorable quotes. Thank God for the internet.
Daddy would have gotten us Uzis.
I really do like that one. You were born an asshole in 4. You don't need shock.
Yeah. I tried to incorporate a joke like that in my stand-up, saying, you were born with a pussy, you don't need Tommy.
Sorry, I'm still reading them. I'm like, do you have a MasterCard on you? No. Good, because you don't need it. Those doors are open. That was probably my favorite as a kid.
Yeah.
MasterCard's not even called MasterCard anymore. They're just a symbol. They're like prints.
I've been thinking, what does she say? Don't set it up for dangerous president or something like that. I love that line.
Any dangerous precedent.
Yeah. Or when Hector is playing the cowboy, and he's like, "Hey, you like girls?" Or, have you been to L.A. lately? Man, it's really cleaned up.
I do seem to change everything always. Right. What are you waiting for? We're waiting for the light to change.
Oh, yeah. Are you nuts, Auntie Regina?
burden of civilization is gone.
The burden of civilization has fallen upon us.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean? It means we do not cross against the light. Classic.
Oh yeah, I just remember sitting on the couch with my dad watching it, and my mom wouldn't watch it. She like, I can't remember what she used to call them, but like, teen type movies.
Yeah, teen movies.
And my dad, watched it.
I was never satisfied with that song that plays at the end of the movie. It's too much of a downer. I thought they should have reprised the opening song. The whole world's been celebrating.
Right?
Yeah, because they played that song, that romantic song. It's called "Learn to Love Again." They played it like at the radio station earlier in the film, and I just thought that, I don't know, it made the movie seem like a downer, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never fallen down Night of the Comet rabbit hole.
When me,
So many, like, sites we post.
yeah, when you and Travis was watching the movie, we all agreed that radio station looked like a strip bar.
Yes.
It doesn't look anything like a radio station.
Have you ever asked them what, was it a set or did they go somewhere?
No, it hasn't occurred to me yet to ask, but I'm gonna definitely ask though next time. But
Right? Because that is a good question. It really, really is not radio station like at all.
yeah, yeah, I don't know what that is. No, nice location though, I have to say.
Let's I tried to Google it. Filming locations Night of the Comet. There we go. I was like, it didn't work. That's so weird. But it did. That's that. The alley is all actually downtown.
Oh, they used Raleigh Studios.
Oh, actually, yeah, we're like, a lot of it was they're showing was downtown. The radio station antenna. Huh. Yeah, it actually, I guess, was a radio station because it's on Spring Street in LA. And it's likely to be actually located on Boyd Street in LA. So it was actually a place.
Yeah, I drove by the El Rey Theater, and it's now a rock venue theater. They just took all the movie screens out in the chairs, and they converted it to make it look like a little rock venue theater.
Aww.
Yeah, it's been that way a while.
I've never gone to LA and actually looked at things that I mean, there's probably so much that's been filmed there.
Yeah.
Never really done that.
Yeah, some people have found the house that they were at in the movie, and Kelly, she doesn't remember where it was because it was her second time in LA, and she had to stop and ask directions where to go. She don't remember where it was.
Oh wow.
Kathy too, yeah.
Where are they from? They just got there. How'd they find them?
They just stopped to ask questions. Just the location. They don't remember where it was.
No, I mean how did the producers find the two of them if they'd never been in LA before?
Oh, Okay, Kathy actually was in LA at that time because she had done Days of Our Lives and Last Starfighter and stuff. Kelly was in New York. They back in those days they used to do casting in New York for LA movies when they couldn't find people.
Oh.
When they couldn't find people in LA, they would go to New York. It's not like that anymore and stuff. Now they just want all locals in LA when they film. You know, you have to be a huge star like Robert De Niro who lives in New York to, be in Hollywood films.
Get that ball, yeah.
Yeah. But she was in New York. She had done Ryan's Hope, the daytime soap, and she had a good agent that got her in Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Night of the Comet. And then she moved out there by the time she did Chopping Mall.
Ah. So she was like, this is ridiculous, going back and forth. Nobody really flew that much back then.
Yeah, she had enough of New York by that point. She'd been there since '78, so she was 13 years old when she got to New York in '78. Yeah, her mother let her go by herself.
Oh wow!
When she was 13 years old, because she graduated school super early, because she's like a genius, and she got the job on Ryan's Hope within a week, and she was staying with somebody she met in like Summer Stock Theater in New York, like the previous summer, and yeah, it's a good thing everything came together. Otherwise, she could have been raped and killed during that period.
Wow.
I mean, that was a dangerous time in New York.
Yeah, that's true. It wasn't squeaky clean yet. Super annoyingly.
That was just
clean
before.
now.
That was just before Trump Towers was built.
Oh, so before the evil came to Manhattan.
Yes. Before Jason. Yeah. Yeah, so that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, this movie is 35 years old. It's just gotten to be just an amazing phenomenon in the world of cult films. I mean, the Alamo Drafthouse played it just before I moved down here. They played it in San Francisco. I wanted to go see it, but I didn't get a chance to.
Oh.
I wanted to see it with an actual audience,
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it's reached very big heights as a cult film, and there's talk right now about a reboot or a sequel or something, and I'm just like, oh god, I don't think it's going to be good if it doesn't have Kathy and Kelly in it.
Yeah, you can't really do certain things. It's like it's just like Ghostbusters. Like, I'm never gonna see that remake with the girls. Like, it's a remake. Like, the original was good. Go find your own original story.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and there's not gonna be able to shut down LA. It's all gonna be on sets and CGI'd and
yeah, and
won't look as real.
Yeah, and kids who go and watch it, they never even heard of the original.
You're breaking up.
I said kids who go to see it never even heard the original.
Right? Yeah. Most people probably wouldn't. They'd be like, oh, this is a cool idea. So apocalyptic.
It's super apocalyptic. It's like Mary Poppins. Super califragilistic.
Yeah, not either.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy who made the movie, Tom Eberhardt, he directed this great movie a couple years later with Keanu Reeves and Lori Loughlin. You remember her, The Money Girl?
Yeah, it is.
It was called The Night Before. It's a great movie. It's kind of like Martin Scorsese's After Hours, but for teenagers.
Yeah. Never heard of that one.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves, he's this nerd in high school who asks Lori Loughlin to the prom, and on the night of the prom, shit goes crazy, and the next day it's like it's like what became The Hangover. He like doesn't remember anything, and he's being told in flashbacks what happened the night before. And what happened was he got super drunk. They stopped at a bar, and they got drunk, and he ended up selling his girlfriend to a freaking Colombian drug dealer, and then he was gonna like hook up with a prostitute or something, and then some other stuff happened. It's a really funny movie.
Right, because, yeah, what was it called?
It's called The Night Before.
The only thing coming up is, like, a new movie, 2015.
No, this is 1988.
Yeah, maybe I need to actually put in 1988 then.
Yeah, it's a funny movie.
I wonder if they redid it or if there's just a movie that's on that.
No, they didn't redo it.
There's this, it's that, the group of funny guys that are like our age. Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
There we go. Found it.
Yeah.
Have to put in 88. He doesn't look like he's young enough to be in high school. He looks young.
Yeah. It's just before Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Yeah.
The line was, you lost your father's car, told your prom date, and a guy called Tito wants you dead. It's a date that's the time of your life.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a funny movie. I haven't seen it in years and years, but I should buy a copy off of eBay.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you can, because everything's going to go digital.
Yeah, it already has.
Oh, wow. P-Funk even appeared in the movie.
Who?
P-Funk, Parliament Funkadelic, appears in the movie under the name The Restless Band.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Forgot about that.
A few years later, you wouldn't have been able to use them with a different name. It's too obvious.
Yeah. Suzanne Snyder is in the movie. She was supposed to be on the podcast last June, and she got busy with her daughter's wedding, and now I'm trying to get her back on before I go on hiatus following my move.
Okay. Yeah, so what's going on with you?
I'm just gonna go out to LA for a trial run starting in July. This horror fan I met on Facebook, who's been on the podcast, she's gonna let me stay with her while I'm out there, and I get to sleep in her bed. It's gonna be awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, we've been talking for a year.
Do you have an idea as to when?
Probably middle of July.
Pretty soon.
Yep. Oh, this has been a year planning, so
True.
it's not sudden. It's been a lot of years planning for the most part, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. And I get to go to conventions and festivals. I get to go to acting and improv classes and stuff. It's going to be great.
That is fun. So, what about your mom, though? She's having surgery in a few weeks.
My brother's going to watch her. He's been here since.
Oh, that's right. He moved in with you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, end of February he moved in, and it's been driving me crazy, but this will be good. This will be really good.
Yeah, I mean, you say a year, but it's been since I met you in the making.
Yeah. Oh my God,
Somebody.
oh my God, I've been haunted. I've been haunted by the year 2009. That's one year I wish I could do over again. I did so much stupid shit that year that could have been avoided, you know? And about a month ago, I found out my aunt died. And something happened. Something happened while I was, okay, my dad called and told me. And then I went to go walk on the treadmill because I'm on a diet, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't just, it mind boggled me. She died of cancer, and, I thought I saw something about it on Facebook before, but I wasn't sure. And I remembered 10 years ago in 2009, me, her, and my best friend, Michael, who died in a car accident 2 months before mine, we're all hanging out. And they used to work together. They were friends and stuff. And it hit me while I was on the treadmill that both of them are dead. And I started crying and weeping and sobbing right there in the gym. It was just me. Nobody else was in there because it's the apartment gym. And I just, oh God, it was the most awful feeling in the world.
Yeah, I mean, when life hits you like that, it's cathartic in a way, but it's
Yeah, I just started thinking about stupid shit that I did that year that I wish I could go back and fix, and stuff that I know, in hindsight, that comes from maturity and getting older, you know.
right.
Yeah, I had a good 2 years working at the swinging door in San Mateo, and that first year was the best. Second year was just friggin' survival and stupidity and shit. And I had 3 chances to leave that year, and I didn't take any of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, we all know how getting sucked into San Mateo can be
Oh,
a
fuck.
black hole.
Yeah, a whack hole. Yeah, it is.
Uh,
It is.
I don't have the energy to even think about going.
Oh God. It's not a good place anymore. I mean, everything's closing and everything's becoming unaffordable housing.
Oh, that's true, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm glad I got out of there before everything. Like I got out of there, I guess, really when everything was better. Um, that was when they raised our rent $300, 1 bedroom, make it 100 in Hayward.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what my apartments in like Burlingame cost. You know.
Oh, when we first moved into our San Carlos place, it was 900 a month, and then we left. We left at like almost 2,000, and now it's probably 4,000.
Oh yeah, it's gonna burst soon though. I mean, it can't sustain itself. So
We left for a little while in 2007, went to Arizona, and then I came back, and to me, the place, to me, San Mateo was never the same again after 2010. That's when the project started happening, and everything just was starting to get shut down. That was when shit happened, and I regret not leaving around that time.
I mean, that is kind of when I stopped all the time going because that's when I went back to school. So maybe 3 times a year I was down there at most.
Yeah.
Probably not even actually, because that was post Edgar. So probably didn't go down there ever. So it was really rare, like maybe once a year. So I'm glad to hear that I wasn't missing anything. Everything started closing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was what it was in its prime, and we enjoyed it. And,
It was. I did have some good times. I mean, I was there my whole life, but just I had some good times in adulthood over there too, and I can't I there's nothing that can take that away. I'm glad I got to do the stuff I did.
Yeah.
So here comes the fun part of the show, Sharon.
Okay.
There's this game that I engaged people in, and it actually came from an improv I did with Tiffany the first time we did a podcast.
Uh-huh.
What I do is I ask 4 silly questions. After you answer each one, then you have to ask me, and then I answer it.
Okay.
The same question. Sharon, are you ticklish?
Yeah. Mommy, are you ticklish?
I am baby ticklish, yes.
It's torture.
Yeah. Is your belly button an innie or an outie?
Amy. Your belly button in any or an outie?
It's an innie.
Okay, good. Because outies are weird.
Oh, I used to have an outie.
Really?
Yeah.
How did it change?
I think it was a combination of first with puberty, it started to go in a little bit, and then it went really in after my accident and all my surgeries and stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and that was Tiffany's favorite question of them all. she was laughing at that one. What color are your toenails painted?
Mauve. How are your toenails painted?
They are blue-green.
So they were, I had like a shiny blue-green before and like a bright blue before, so that was why I went, I was like, okay, it's gone a little crazy.
Yeah, I did them blue-green for the LA trip, and I need to touch up on them a little bit, though. And now, here's my favorite question. Is there a stinky smell that makes you gag?
Sure there is. Can't really think of anything though. Like I'm good with a lot of smells. Probably because I can't smell things as much as other people.
I know, I was, when you visited me in the hospital and you were laying on the bed across from me, I was surprised you didn't smell me because I was pretty foul, I'll tell you.
Yeah, no, I didn't get off me.
Yeah.
So it has to be a really, really, really awful, large-scale spell.
Well, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, I had bad athlete's foot the first 6 months I was out of the hospital. Yeah, that was bad.
Like, I mean, we did live there for quite a while.
Yeah, I didn't have my first shower until like mid-July that year, and
Oh, wow.
I got out, the day before my birthday, and then mid-July is when I finally got to shower, and then we got this special tape to tape my biliary tube, while I was in the shower and stuff, and I was able to shower. It was torture, I'll tell you, because I still getting my strength back. I was still frail, and
Yeah.
I was sweating a lot just getting to the bathroom next door to that room I was in. It was just torture.
Did it feel good at least once, like, you were done?
Oh yeah. Oh, it felt good times a million.
I would think so.
Oh God! Just before the showering started, right? This one girlfriend of mine came over, and she gave me a blowjob while I was still dirty, and I felt so bad for her. Yeah,
Super dirty.
I felt so bad for her because I was so dirty.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm 30. Well, that's love.
Yeah. Now she doesn't talk to me anymore.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Like, I remember you saying, and I just never put two and two together about this not being clean.
Oh. It could be anybody. I don't know. And so I got some really funny jokes for you.
Okay.
How do you make your wife scream?
I don't know. How do you make your wife scream?
You fuck her up the ass and then wipe your dick on the curtain.
Oh, hell yeah. That would make me scream. That's like borderline divorce grounds. Like, oh, how could you do that?
Hey, calm down, honey.
Like 20 times.
Calm down, honey. I'm introducing our son to his new little brother. That would be quite a stain.
Oh, seriously.
All right, here's my infamous Cinderella joke that I tell on the podcast a lot. So, Cinderella is about to go to the ball, and she's on her period. And the fairy godmother gives her these magic tampons and says, okay, you can go to the ball, but you have to be home by midnight or else they'll turn into a pumpkin. And she says, okay, fairy godmother, I will. So 12:30 rolls around. The fairy godmother is pacing around the house because Cinderella hasn't shown up. Then Cinderella does show up at 4 a.m., stumbling drunk. And fairy godmother's like, where were you? You were supposed to be home at midnight. And Cinderella's like, I'm so sorry, fairy godmother. I met this great guy. His name was Peter Peter. I love that joke.
I was like, I don't understand. Like, she would have been like, pumpkin would have blown her up. Oh my god. Wait, you never answered the last question, did you?
Which one?
I know, the last one that was, after the belly button.
Oh, the stinky smell? Yeah, I told you about my athlete's foot.
Oh, that's what did it?
Yeah.
After all the other smells in the hospital.
There's just way too many to name, you know. There's way too many to name.
Yeah, I just never, like, I couldn't even breathe through my nose until I was 14. I started smoking at 15. So, like, I really didn't have a window of, like, being able to smell well.
That's bad. That's bad. You start smoking at 15.
Was the oldest out of the three of us.
Mm-hmm.
Both my little sisters started before me.
Yeah, I met one of your sisters at your wedding. Oh my God, she was like a dead ringer for you.
Ah, damn it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was like a weird and surreal day for me. I'll tell you, because it was July. You know, I'm wearing shorts. I'm the only one there wearing shorts. You know, because I just hate wearing pants now after my accident. I just hate wearing pants. Jaidy's giving me shit about it.
Aww.
Yeah, I'm just ignoring him. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not here to get laid. I'm here to support Sharon. So. And John was definitely not there to get laid either.
No, yeah, he was scared. He was out of bed.
No, I'm just saying he wouldn't have a chance.
Oh, no. He doesn't have game. He doesn't, like, try to, like, be all Mac Daddy ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if he fell in love with somebody, like, he'd be, like, the best boyfriend ever, but yeah, he's just not that bad.
Yeah.
He's taken care of me many a time when I was drunk.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, me and Tiffany, we were talking about Dave having a kid, another kid now, and it's so funny. Oh God, did I ever tell you that story about the time I was finger banging that girl in front of Dave?
Oh, that's
Did I tell you that story?
yeah.
I think I've told everybody that story that knows Dave. I told it to Tiffany, and she was just, oh my God, she couldn't breathe. She thought it was so funny. So what are you gonna do for the rest of your day?
Good question. I did a bunch of stuff yesterday again, so probably not much. I'm like, house is clean. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll let Night of the Comet.
I'm gonna do another podcast soon,
Oh, yeah.
in about an hour with Tangerine from the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Never saw the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Oh God, it was fucking great. It was so bad and great. That was also an Atlantic releasing movie, and just like that movie, you know, it's seemingly lighthearted, but it's got dark overtones.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah,
Just like we didn't do much with them because Janet had such a problem with the Janet from Another Planet.
yeah,
Like, it was like she'd like freak out when we started talking about it. Garbage Pail Kids anymore. So you had to like hide that card.
yeah. This one friend of mine, she like tagged everybody in Garbage Pail Kids on Facebook like 10 years ago or something, and I was upset. Tommy, I was this kid who throws up in the bathtub.
Yeah. That makes sense. Garbage Pail Kids.
And he had an outie belly button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly don't even remember what Sharon was. Like, all I can think of is, like, stupid Sharon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't think of anything else.
Yeah. Yeah. My favorites were always like Valerie Vomit or Nat Nerd.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like cousin and his wife's names. So perfect for them.
Yeah. They had, yeah, my brother collected all of those when we were kids. So, Sharon.
Yeah, that was cool. But yes, I know. And to rest up before you do again. Oh.
Yes, I'm so glad we got to do this again. And I'll be going on hiatus in July. And hopefully I'll return to this. But I do plan on starting an on-camera podcast when I go out there and get established and stuff. But
Okay.
but
Let me know.
yes.
As long as I'm not working, I can make that trip out there.
I'll let you know and stuff, and text you every now and then.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely keep me updated.
Okay. Love you, hun.
Love you too.
Have a great day.
You too.
Okay.
Not raining anymore.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it. Sharon Brande. Ain't she a sweetheart? Yes, she is. One of my besties. Thank you so much, Sharon, for coming back on and talking about Night of the Comet and other things. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we had this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes.